So if I had to build up my business all over again and I was starting from scratch, these are the 5 things that I would do when I'm in rebuild mode. Let's talk about it.
Gotta talk about my life as I see it.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. And if you're new here, my name is Jonathan Moore. I'm a photographer, filmmaker, and a creative entrepreneur. And I like to make videos like these for other creatives who are trying to build a life on their terms and get it how they live. So the pandemic has been crazy, right? It's exposed a lot of different businesses. Some people went completely out of business. Some people were hurt and some people were thriving, right? And a lot of people had to hit the reset button in the meantime. So I was thinking, okay, if I was starting from scratch and I had to build up my business again, knowing now, okay, or knowing now what I knew then, or, knowing what you know now, all right, knowing what I know now. And if I had to restart, all right, these are the 5 things that I would do. Number 1 is I would pick something that I'm passionate about. Now, I'm going to keep it real. Passion does not pay the bills. Skills pays the bills, okay? But the reason I say something that you're passionate about or something that you really like or you enjoy is because when you're building up a business, this is going to consume a lot of your time, okay? It's going to be something that's always on your mind. It's going to be something that you're constantly thinking of, how to improve it, how to make it better, how to increase your revenue, on and on and on the list goes. So if you're going to be in it and you're going to be in the trenches and you're going to dedicate all of this time to it, I would pick something that I really enjoy and something that I'm passionate about and that I actually can monetize and make money from. The next step that I would take would be creating 2 parts of the business. So one would be a service side and the other would be an asset side. Okay. So the reason I would do this is because with a service-based business, I believe it's a little bit easier to bring income in, okay, because you're performing a service. So for example, I have a visual media company, right? I do video marketing commercials. I do photography. Okay. So that's the service-based side of it, right? I get a job, they pay me for the job. I deliver the end result in the product, customer delivery, bada boom, bada bing. That's the service side. Okay. I would also have an asset side. So that would be a product side, right? So the products are whatever it is that you want to sell. Okay. So it could be something like this. It could be a pen. It could be notebooks. It could be t-shirts, whatever it is, right? I will have a product side because with that side, it's more so residual income, right? You're going to put a lot of the work up front when you're building and you're creating the product, and then you'll be able to sell that same product over and over again. Okay. So that's going to take time. So I would have a service-based side because the service, you can bring income in a little bit quicker and it can help you sustain as you're working on the asset side, right? As you're working on building up your products. The next step that I would take would be networking. Now, this is something that I had to learn about before when I was an employee. I really didn't have to network. All I really had to do was show up to work, do my job, and everything was good. But as a business owner, it's a little bit different, right? You got to be out there. You got to market. People got to know who you are and you got to know who other people are, right? They might need your products or services and vice versa. You might need their products and services. Okay. But not only that, you get to build relationships with these different people who might end up buying your products or services, right? So you get to build a relationship and people like to do business with people that they know. So for this, I would basically join, I would go to meetups, I would join associations, I would join different networking groups, right? This way you get out there, you can start to build up your name, you can start to build up your reputation, all right? As you start to get business from these different groups, okay, then, that can help you with different referrals. And this way you don't have to market as much, but, you get out there, okay? And so for myself, it's been really, really good, right? The good thing about it is that nowadays I get a lot of referrals, and this is from past relationships that I built up with people, just from networking and being out and about. And it's also a useful resource for connections, right? Maybe you're trying to meet this person. Maybe you know somebody that they want to meet and everybody can kind of help each other out. So networking is a big one, and I will make sure that I was out there and I was doing that. Now, the next part is going back to the actual business itself. So these are all things you're going to have to do. You're going to have to work on the business and you're going to have to work in the business. Okay. So going back to working in the business, I would build systems. Okay. I will build systems. And then this way, you kind of got to start getting into the flow of things to realize how your systems are going to work. But I would build some type of system to kind of streamline the process from, for customer, order to customer fulfillment. Okay. And also I would document those systems as well, because then this way you can teach somebody else. So if the business were to ever grow and it was ever to expand, you can bring people on board. You have a documented system that you can teach them that gives the customer fulfillment the way that you're used to and to a standard that you're good with. Okay. So building systems is a big thing. That's something that a lot of us overlook because we're just so busy doing. We're not, focused on actual building of the system. So this way we have a streamlined process. So everything is consistent and has the same, level of quality. Now, the fifth thing I would do is learn about financials. That's not only about the business, but that's also about you personally, right? You got to learn about credit. Make sure that you're getting your financial house in order. Okay. Learn about personal credit, learn about business credit. Okay. Learn about loans, learn about taxes, right? You don't have to be an expert on every single thing. Okay. But you want to learn enough so that you have confidence when you're going out there. Now, the good thing is that as you go along your journey, as you're networking, you're going to meet different people who can help you in different areas, right? So like I said, you don't have to be an expert on everything, but you should know a little bit about it, okay? And financials is a big one because that's usually a make or break, right? And not only financials in the business, but your personal finances is too, right? You want to make sure that your personal house is in order. So if you stuck with me this long, here's a little bonus tip, all right? It's not going to be mind blowing, but it is going to be helpful. Okay. You want to make sure that the business that you're getting into is scalable. Okay. If I was doing it over again, I would make sure that the business that I was getting into was scalable. Now, what do you mean by scalable? What I mean is that it can scale, it can grow, and hopefully one day run without you. All right. And that comes back into building systems and everything else. Okay. Because the reality is that no matter how much you love something, whether you like making videos, whether you like taking pictures, whether you like podcasting, okay, fixing things, it doesn't matter, especially on the service-based side of things, okay? Notice how all those things I said were more service-based, okay? The reason is because you're not going to want to work forever. There's going to be a time where you want to relax, you want to chill, you want your business to continue, but you're not going to be wanting to do every single thing within the business. And that's why I would have that product side, right? The asset side of the business in addition to the service, right? That side is going to take a little bit longer because you're going to have to build the products, you're going to have to market them, you're going to have to get the sales, and then you're going to have to get the sales up, okay? But regardless, all right, you still want to make sure that you're building up that asset side because that is scalable, right? I could sell 1 million pens, right? But I only have to design the pen once and put up the work to make it once, right? But then I can sell it a bunch of times. And now I've effectively gotten out of the trap of trading my time for money, which is more so on the service-based side. Now going forward, the one caveat I would say is that if you do decide to do this, me, myself personally, I would try to stay all digital, right? That doesn't mean I couldn't sell physical products, but I would try to make all the fulfillment of it digital, right? I wouldn't want to hold any physical stock, right? So for example, if I was selling t-shirts, I would try to do print on demand, right? Build up a line, build up a brand, and then have that as the side of fulfillment, as opposed to holding all this stock and all this inventory and then having to physically ship it out and all those other things. Now, if you have an operation that's big enough for that, absolutely go ahead. All right. But if you're talking about starting up just a small operation, maybe it's you and a few different partners. All right. I will make sure that there will be some type of asset portion of the business. So this way you don't always have to constantly exchange your time for dollars. So that's it for me today, guys. Hopefully you found this video useful and helpful. And if so, give me a like, drop me a comment, and let me know what's going on with you right now on your creative journey. And for all my people out there who are trying to build a life on their terms and get it how they live, this is your man, Jonathan Moore, and I'm signing out. Peace.